So I'm going to share with you some updated sales stats for detached housing in Victoria for just this month in February. Today's February 17th, 2023. And big question we're getting right now is where are the prices trending? What's happening with buyer demand? And are places just sitting on the market forever? And to answer that question, we've definitely be coming out of an overheated marketplace where in the last 2 years, places have been selling within a couple of days, multiple offers, houses selling for well above the list price. And then, after a while, buyers were getting a little bit burnt out. Our inventory was starting to increase. There was less buyers that are willing to get into the whole fiasco of the multiple offer. And it was a very stressful time for buyers. There's just no question about it. Sellers loved it, but buyers were kind of having enough. And so what we saw was inventory starting to increase. Places were sitting on the market definitely longer than they had been in the past. And then, of course, last year we were heading into higher interest rates. Excuse me. And the higher interest rates, there was just so many increases. People weren't really sure if now is the time to buy or not, because I think the consensus for the average consumer was, well, maybe I should just wait for house prices to come down with maybe fewer buyers and fewer transactions happening. Let's just wait for prices to soften, and maybe that will be our time to buy a house. And I certainly agree. Well, I can certainly understand that logic, I should say. But what they didn't quite factor into, not to go off on a tangent about it, was prices might have been coming down, but interest rates were going up. So really the big differences per month were not big, in terms of like what would someone would actually pay for a house. But anyway, where we find ourselves today is we're coming out of a slower winter. February is coming. I've noticed a little bit of a trend here, and I started seeing it in January, and I'm certainly starting to see it into February here as well. And what I'm seeing is homes selling much more quickly right now. Not all homes, but there's a certain segment of homes that are starting to sell more quickly. And I'm seeing multiple offers starting to creep in a little bit. So what I'm showing you here is my MLS. So these are properties, detached houses only. I haven't included condos or townhouses, but we can certainly cover that on a different time. But these are detached houses for February. No price limit's been set. And what I'm showing you here is what we call the sales price to list price ratio, this SL. Really what that means is it's the difference of how much a property was listed for versus how much it actually sold for, and what was that ratio. This particular house here, you'll see a sales ratio of 1.11. All that really means is the house sold for 11% above what the asking price was. And if I scroll all the way down, here's 1.01. Okay, well that is 18 sales so far just in the last few weeks of homes that have sold over the asking prices. Okay. Days on market have certainly decreased as well. So that one was 12 days on market. Actually, this one I won't count as well. Sometimes with new construction like this, the GST can be added on top of the sales price. Given that it's an even number like that, though, I don't think that's going to be the price with GST. That might have just been upgrades. But here's some more examples. This means this DOM, that stands for days on market. You're going to see days on market 7. So it didn't take very long to sell. The property ended up selling for 1.1 million, and it was listed at $1,049,000. So $51,000 over the asking price. You'll see a few more here. 9 days on market, almost the same. $50,000 over the asking price. And here's another one. It's a trend of $50,000 over the asking price and 11 days on market. So this isn't the norm, but I have certainly seen an increase here. Aside from that, if we ignore the over asking prices, there's still quite a large number of homes here that are selling at the asking price or within 1%. So what does this mean? It means that I think the market is starting to come back a little bit. I think with the decrease now, or at least the Bank of Canada putting the pause on the increase of rate hikes, maybe prices are starting to somewhat stabilized a little bit. I think those who were kind of speculating a little bit on the market are now maybe seeing the opportunity of good homes coming up and striking while the iron's hot. And that basically means that right now is a good time to maybe find some good opportunities to get a good price. Because look, I started off with the over asking prices, but look how many houses here are still selling under asking prices. 3% under, 4% under, 5, 6% under, 7% under, and this one was even 15% under the asking price. So there are still some opportunities out there, most certainly, to negotiate a fair price on a property, maybe get a good price for it along the way as well. I think if this trend continues of more buyer confidence back in the marketplace, we could see more of a price stabilization. Like, again, maybe houses selling more quickly on a more regular basis, and maybe the window of opportunity to put an offer on a house under the ask price at maybe a good deal. Maybe that time frame could be shrinking. Time will certainly tell, right? We can never say for certain what will happen, but this is just a trend that I've noticed here lately, starting in January and into February. But most certainly, days on market have started to decrease. List price to sale price ratio is starting to shorten up a little bit as well. So if you have questions about the Victorian market, any of the houses you see here, anything just in general, feel free to reach out. You can reach me at nick@nickhonor.com. You can also reach me at my website, which is also nickhonor.com. My advice right now is, if you're thinking about a move, perhaps speak with your mortgage broker, get a pre-approval in place. What that means is your mortgage broker will be able to hold your interest rate for usually up to 4 months, meaning that if rates do increase during that time frame, your rate is protected. And also, I would suggest the realtor that you're working with at this time, most people are getting new property listings sent to them on a daily basis, such as this. It's the daily hot sheet of new houses. I would ask your realtor to also include pending properties. And pending properties are those that are selling. So that way you can keep a close eye on what a property is listed for versus what it is selling for. So hope that helps. If you need anything else, please let me know. Bye for now.